family away from my Carolina home. Had dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sin was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
Hey, YouTubers and friends. Welcome to another Tuesday night Hangout Live. Toledo Jazz. Dano's not quite here yet. He might show up. And our lovely Rose Treasure Vixen. And tonight we have Adam Brown Adventures, a scuba diver, river diver, treasure hunter, search and recovery, along with the return of our friend Jeremy exploring with the Nug. So, you know what we're going to do next, right? We're going to zip over to the other set. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with Toledo Jess, Dano, the Treasure Vixens, and I.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no, mics are hot.
Sure hot.
Well, I see a nice, good crowd in the room tonight from Australia all over.
When I hit that like, I just hit it for the first time.
No, you're not late, Ottis. ERRT Radio's flipping late though. Where the beep are you?
Let's see. I see some. Let's see. Jay Paul's in here. Cat Toy Lady, how are you tonight? Jeff Smith Gold, what's up?
Yeah, Reg's here. Jonathan Friend, Drum Detect.
Digologist, what's up, buddy?
Good to. John's been here for a while. River Rat. Kayla.
Becky L, hello.
William.
Whoa.
Hi, Deej.
Deej, what's up, Deej?
Ottis Farris. Terry Marshall from the Land Down Under. Always good to see you. I need to talk to you about coming on. You're always here. You should join us. One more pan. Good to see our Canadian friends here. Ooh.
Mark Miller, David Villa.
Ellsworth. Say hi to the girls.
Girls.
Joseph Richard, long time no see.
Oh, and the world's greatest moderator in the interwebs, Mr. Lodak. What's up, Jared? Joseph Richard.
I saw Mrs. JP in there earlier.
Yep.
Yes, I saw
Mrs. JP's in here along with Moto Mining and L&W Shoe. Stephen, good to see you.
That's right, Drum Detect. Lodak power.
The power of Lodak. Thomas, I think he'd have a good comedy show. He failed on that idea though. He don't have no appropriate material. I guess it's all triple X or something. We told him we were kid friendly, family friendly.
Brewers Prospecting, good to see you.
Starries, lost and found, good to see you.
We hit everybody. One more pan.
Oh, Ohio Relic Hunter, good to see you, Bill.
What's up?
Oh, West Coast Prospecting, Damien, brother, how are you doing?
What's up, Damien? Thomas Hearth? Is that right? Hearth?
Hearth? There's an L in there. Hearth? I don't know. Don't ask me. Sorry, buddy.
Amethyst, how are you tonight?
Good. Sheila Cummings, how are you?
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Jess. How are you doing?
Metal Sharks. Hey. Brewers Prospecting. All right. I think we might be through.
He might be able to show up a little bit later, hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll find out. They send him back to work.
Yep.
GoPro Unlimited, can't forget you. Yeah.
You.
Hopefully he'll be here.
Yeah.
We almost
You know,
had two not
he
show up.
carries the show. You know, it's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
hard
Dano, he talks so much.
Right, yeah. What you gonna
to.
do?
He keeps the balance.
Makes me
So
choke.
yeah. So
Just
Rose,
messing, Dano. We love you.
yeah. So
Yes,
Rose,
yes.
you're finally done with your job, right?
What?
Rose.
Yeah, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you. He's finally done. Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having some internet problems. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you guys can hear me okay?
I hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll roll with you, sister.
Yeah. So we should. I mean, you know, that's. Ruby and I did our fall trip up into the upper Michigan area to look at the leaves change colors. We actually got to see them change colors too. Because one day there was just a few on the trees. The next day it was just boom. Just, it was pretty cool.
I need you to excuse me for 1 second. My dog just threw up on the floor. Bear with me.
Cats, dinner.
Yeah. Usually, if you just give it a couple of minutes, the dog will let up. So, yeah, mine does. All right.
Well, let's bring our guests in.
Yeah, so let's do that while Rose is taking care of her problem.
Right. So, Adam, how are you?
Doing great, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks for joining us. It's my pleasure. Jeremy, welcome back.
Hi. We need to start by acknowledging that Charlie lives.
Charlie lives.
He's still alive, and he gets to be on. You ever seen the dodo?
The dodo.
Yeah, it's a I don't know. It's probably for YouTube, but it's also on Facebook, and they showcase kind acts on animals. You know, like
cool.
saving animals and stuff. And Candace got contacted by them, and they're going to showcase her video where we saved Charlie and rehabbed him and got him back to got him. I don't even know the words. Got him better, and then ultimately now we kept him.
You're not the only one with a cat, Jeremy.
Your cat sucks. Charlie's better. No, I'm kidding.
Cat toy lady rocks.
I didn't save this one from the road, but it did walk up to me from the woods out of nowhere.
Sounds
He
like
looks-
our
He
Siamese
looks feral.
came out of the bean field or the cornfield last year, and now we have a flipping cat we can't get rid of.
It's usually how it works. They'll be nice to you till you let them inside, and then they'll turn into an animal.
They own you. Once you let them inside, they own you.
I tell Judy not to feed them, but she must watch Candace's videos because she
Oh, definitely.
feeds them, she spoils them rotten and stuff, and then we end up with more pets.
Mhm.
So, but hey, they're good cats, I guess.
She's still gone. The puke must have been massive.
Yeah. Well, I told her, cats, dinner time, but she didn't listen, you know.
So, Adam, tell me about your trip coming up this weekend.
Yeah, let's hear, Adam.
You mean about our trip coming up?
It sounds better coming out of your mouth.
Does it? Well, we have an exciting adventure plan this weekend. We're going to be making our way up to Kentucky, right?
Tennessee, then Kentucky for 2 days.
Tennessee and Kentucky.
Mhm.
And we are going to be in search of some missing cars, missing people. Hopefully we can team up with the plan is to team up with the Adventures with Purpose crew
Okay,
And,
cool. Where at in Kentucky?
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yep. A lady went missing. God, that's a old. It's like a 30-year cold case.
Boy,
And
too bad it ain't the week after. I'm doing
that's
concrete pour Saturday.
the week after that one's the Texas one, right, Adam?
Oh, that's in
18th.
Yeah, the 8th or 19th through the 25th or 20. Yeah, that whole week.
Oh my god.
Are you guys going down to Texas too?
Yep.
Excellent.
My first big trip. Because apparently Adam has become somebody on YouTube, and I have to back him up.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, jeez.
No, I've had some recent success. But YouTube's so crazy because
There's something behind you.
there's something behind. Oh god.
What was that?
Looks like a dry suit.
Oh, that is
Also,
that is a dry suit. That's my cheap temporary
That the
dry
cat
suit.
was just clawing on.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I need to
Perfect.
I got this dry suit. I need to replace the seals on it. It's just like I pretty much got it for free, actually. Funny story about this.
Oh,
You know,
tell us.
so I was just searching. I don't have a dry suit, right? And so, it kind of is nice in the cold weather when you're diving to have a dry suit, not a wetsuit. So I'm always on Facebook Marketplace looking around, and I just happened to see one close by, and the guy wanted $100 for it. It's a little bit older one, but I went and tried it on, and it fit about perfectly, which is the first surprise. And but the cool part is on the way up there, I bought like a $5 lottery ticket, and I ended up winning $100. So
Right.
it paid for the dry suit.
$5 for your dry suit, not bad.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna attempt to replace the seals myself. I've never done it, but apparently it's not that hard.
So what's
Should
going on?
contact dude in Illinois that dive right in scuba.
Well, they want $200. I'm gonna try to do it myself.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on that. I still haven't quite figured out the whole sponsorship thing. I just like, as far as reaching out to other people, I just wait till they reach out to me. I just feel weird about asking for sponsors or donations and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
If you've got a good, thing, you will get somebody to reach out to you eventually. But if you're trying to grow, you to reach out yourself too. In order to get
Muted.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
worst thing that they can say is no.
right. That's the worst thing they can do is just say no, and you just keep plugging. It's like you do with anything else, you just keep plugging at it, and you'll get one or two to say yes. They'll be worth it.
Yeah.
I got a big fat gear sponsor, and all I did, when I say big and fat, I don't mean like thousands of dollars, but like they hooked me up with a couple wetsuits and swag, what else, gloves and stuff. I just reached out to him. I was like, hey, I like your style. Wanna work with me? And they're like, sure.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and he was all for it. So now like I talk them up just because of the fact they sent me a box full of stuff. And I was like, man, that's awesome. And their wetsuits aren't half bad, and they're affordable. So it's easy to promote their product.
Right. And it's
It's
not
hard to
hard
promote
to-
dry suits because they're like, a couple $1,000s. You're like, oh yeah, you go buy one. Like that's an investment.
Right.
Yeah. Now with what you guys do, dry suits definitely all the way. For what I would do, I'm not gonna dredge a hole, and even though I wear knee pads, dredging puts some wear and tear on any wetsuit, and I wouldn't do that to a $1,500, $2,000 dry suit. That's why I only wear wetsuits.
Mm.
And I doubt at my age if I'll ever get certified. So
It's never too late.
I do
Yeah.
want to buy a hookah system though. I want an electric one though. I had a gas hookah system.
Would be like battery or plug in like a generator?
Battery.
Battery.
Battery. I had the Air Buddy for a while. It was pretty good, but
yeah, that was that Australian company, right?
yeah, I ended up I traded it for a Nemo, and the Nemo is cool and it works great, but it's like for 3 to 4 feet. Like if you go down 10 feet, the compressor isn't strong enough, so you really you breathe slow.
They have a new model that goes down deeper. I think it's up to 30 feet now. Because I've been looking at the Nemos. So
you should just get yourself a generator and just a pump.
my oilless air compressor, and
there you go. It'd be down there for hours.
Tassie Adventures from Tasmania. It's good to see you.
Nemo is now 30 feet.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Tazzy?
Long time no see. Good to see you. 10-foot bamboo pole with the mouthpiece. That's I guess if you only inhale, it would be good. Like a hillbilly hookah system, where you have a tube going up to a little inner tube, and
you could have a garden hose and one of your buddies at the top would like blow in it, and then while you inhale, does it work? Is that how it works? It seems like that's how it works.
I don't think you'd be breathing very long. You'd be.
Now we're not giving scuba lessons, people, so don't
write any of this down. Don't.
Yeah. Now by these professional divers.
And that's a stretch.
They're not giving any advice here now. So
I'm man, professional is such a strong word. Are you a professional, Adam?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like experienced. Professional seems like I don't know. I'm not a teacher by any means.
Like you have a job.
You're a professional camera guy.
Right now I feel like I have 2 full-time jobs because I do kind of. My normal
what is it? Do you win a Grammy?
No, I'm Emmy nominated.
Emmy, that's what it was.
That's just a fancy way of saying you didn't win. It just sounds cool.
Emmy nominated.
I work for the local news station. It's a CBS affiliate station, so I'm in marketing. I do a lot of commercials, promos. So I've been doing that for like going on 5 years now.
You should have it easy getting sponsorship then. That should be boom like that for you. You should...
Well, it's a little bit different, but yeah. So, and I've been YouTube. I've been trying to grind hard the past year, trying to be like Jeremy.
We talk about it. You passed me up. You're more popular than me now.
Yeah, but that's that's just a number. See, you get more video views though.
I don't know. I'm more interested in these crow's feet. I don't know what's going on here.
It's called age.
No, I need to get a facelift.
That gray in your beard too.
All right. I am gray, man.
Embrace
I usually
it.
shave it all off, but I'm too lazy. The other day I shaved the mustache off just so the mask would seal against my face. But by no means is this my normal look. I look like a scrub.
Is that true, Candace?
They are battling it. Who could be more humble?
Both of you seem to be doing pretty good as far as subscriptions. You're up there in 70 to 80,000 range, right?
He is.
Well, me and Jerry were neck and neck for the longest time.
No, I blew past you, and then all of a sudden your channel came back to life, and then just like past me.
All it takes is one video to go viral, though. That's
that's the go-to response. That's like.
Well, do you want to talk about your Facebook page then?
We're on YouTube, man. That doesn't count. Facebook don't go around well no here.
Well, I've been
But
struggling.
Facebook,
struggling.
I'm about to
on
hit
Facebook.
200,000 on Facebook. And I did. There's no secret. I'll tell you right now. It was luck. There was a lottery and I won. I did nothing.
Congratulations. on your
Are
win.
you monetized on Facebook now too?
Yep. I've been
Oh.
monetized like, gosh, I think since right before the Nashville trip, I think is when everything took off on Facebook.
Oh,
So it's-
excellent.
About a year ago, I guess, almost.
Excellent.
Ugh,
Right
bugs.
on.
That Nashville trip pretty much zoomed everybody, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean it was good. This what is this called? Fort Worth trip. It's going to be interesting, but it's definitely going to be the potential for lots of great videos and live streams. Apparently, there's going to be lots of people there, and I'm kind of, believe it or not, kind of antisocial. So when there's lots of people around, I tend to want to like not be around them. You know, I'd rather be like, I'd rather just go do my own thing.
Yeah, I can confirm that.
I don't like it. Everybody's trying to get on camera, and I'm just like, I don't want to.
Well, hopefully there's not too many cooks in the kitchen, but it still should be fun to collab. I mean, Nashville was a blast for me, meeting up with everybody.
Nashville's cold.
All about? What is this collaboration all about?
Same thing. It's a car pulling frenzy, and then they're gonna have another show and tell at the end.
With so it's
You guys have a
uh,
question.
oh yeah. Did you put that in there, Rose?
Yeah, yep.
Heavy metal detective. Asked them
Oops.
about studying their rights when dealing with cops when you get a second. Love that stream Sunday you create.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So
Studying their rights. What does that mean? Oh,
yeah.
studying, like knowing my rights.
Yeah. Well, when's the appropriate time to call in the cops and when isn't?
Adam.
Well, you know, we've learned a lot over the past few years about what is more correct. Because when we're learning at the same time, a lot of our viewers are. We haven't, you know, we found stuff a lot of times, but we're still trying. We always try to do the right thing, you know, whenever we find guns and anything illegal. So basically, at this current point in time, and from here forward, if there is a visible serial number on a weapon, or if it's something like a grenade, which I want to, that's actually the next thing I want to find. I've never found. We're gonna call the police for that. If it's a rusted piece of metal that's been sitting there, I don't know if I have an example here, but if it barely looks like a gun, I'm not gonna bother calling the police on that. Just to clarify. So
Right.
I concur.
But if it's fresh and has serial numbers, it's like Gestapo Combe. And
Yeah.
or
I think the last time I called the cops was with that snub nosed revolver. But hell, that thing still worked. We could put bullets in it and shoot it.
So what happened with that? I know you turned it in.
Yeah, I turned in the cops. We thought about it for a while though. I was like, man, that'd be a nice gun to have.
did it
then
have
I'm like-
serial numbers?
Oh yeah. I mean, it worked. Like it had no bullets in it, but we got it. You could spin it and put bullets in it. I bet we'd fire right off.
Do they ever communicate back with you, like saying thank you that led to the conviction of blah blah blah, or
No.
here you go, here's a nice pistol for you?
Nope.
I've never heard back. No.
Never heard back. I've never called in, but they've never called me.
Well, they're not
So-
gonna call. You're gonna have to call them if you want to find out anything about that. They're not gonna. Just like you shouldn't volunteer information when being questioned, they're not gonna volunteer information either unless you ask.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if this applies to you, but William, how does one get banned from Six Flags? wasn't that Depths of History and not you
Yeah,
guys?
I could still go whenever I want.
Yeah, right. Me too. I was not affiliated with that.
So
Yeah.
were you both there with him? Or
No,
was he there by himself?
him and Georgia River Boys went, and that's when everything started. Apparently, it got all cleared up though, and he's allowed to go. They backed off, and everything was cleared up. But yeah, at the time, it was a big cluster. So yeah, we missed that one. He called me, told me about it, and I'm like, I'm glad I missed that. I just told him, I was like, next time we go, we'll just take a boat, you know, because Six Flags don't own the river. So
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That's
our
true.
biggest problem too. Gaining access,
yeah.
to spots.
We got that fancy AWP boat, so now I can go wherever I want.
Once you get a motor, that works.
You get a motor that works.
Listen, my motor works when it wants to.
That's not how it works.
It likes to work at the beginning for 30 minutes to go downstream, and then when I'm ready to turn back to go upstream, it doesn't like to work, apparently.
You need to get one of those motors that works when you want it to.
I told him that. I mean, it's only $1,400. He's a big baller now, so
Oh gosh, yeah,
just swimming in it. I mean, look at all that stuff behind you.
that stuff. I mean, I do still have some like Apple Watches. I'm trying to get. Well,
Dang, there's your boat motor right there.
right, yeah. It's a shame because some of these iPhones and watches, you can't. They're like bricks if they're locked. You can't find the information off of them.
Yeah. So I asked you earlier about selling the phones and that stuff. You said something about there was something you have to be able to unlock them, right? Explain
That's my
going on.
understanding.
Yeah, they are they're if like your phone's got password protection on it. And
Right.
if you can't break that password, the phone's useless. Unless you know some great crazy hacker man that can hack them, which I've never met yet.
So
And
you can't take those to like those phone machines that they have at Walmart's and Kroger's, and where you show the phone, you stick it in the machine and say, oh, it's worth, it's this phone and it's worth this much, and you get
from
paid
what
for
I've
it?
read, Georgia law, you find a phone and you don't turn it into the cops or to the cell phone place, it's the same as receiving stolen property. So if you get caught with it and you didn't try to do the right thing, it's kind of like finding a bag of money on the road that fell out of an armored truck. You keep that money and they catch you with it, you're going to go to jail. And that's happened. You've heard that on the news all the time. People finding money on the side of the road and they decide to keep it. Or money accidentally getting deposited into the wrong account. So all of a sudden you got $50,000 in your account and you go out and spend it instead of calling the bank and reporting it. It's the same thing as finding a phone and not turning it back in.
Right. Well, like Jared says, just factory reset the phone. Don't you have to be able to open the phone first?
Yeah, you can't factory reset it until you get into it.
Right.
But like my phone, if I don't do the combination right 10 times, it totally deletes everything and goes reformats.
The phones I've had, if you do it too many times, it just locks you out. Like you can't try again for another day.
Oh, yeah.
Or like you could try again in 6 hours. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, my phone will warn you. Yeah, this many tries, and
Yeah,
on the
I've got a bunch of
10th
phones here that
one-
work, and I can't do anything with them.
Ohio Relic Hunter says, I didn't find a bag of money on the road. No, I didn't find it either.
Reggie
bag of-
Lab, beg a differ. All right, Reggie Lab, share your knowledge.
I just Googled it. Apparently, you can turn in phones that are locked. They just pay you very little money compared to if you can unlock it.
Yeah,
I'm sure it differs. I'm just saying what I've read on Georgia law is what I've read. Now, I'm no lawyer, but I don't want to chance it either.
When you're talking, okay, now we're actually talking two different things. You're talking the legalities of the phone, having that phone, and Mr. Lodak and Reg are talking about actually being able to break into it. Right. So 2 different conversations because you're talking about law, which is something that we should know, right? You should know what your laws are in your state, in your area.
Yeah,
about-
because they would say ignorance of the law is no excuse.
right. So regardless of whether
Unless
you can
you're
into it,
a
you
man
should
in
still
blue.
know.
So the
Still
secret
know-
is if you find something awesome, don't film it.
Basically.
It's like if we find a big old mother load.
Yeah, there you go. You find gold coins everywhere. I'm not telling anyone.
No.
It ain't going in the video, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I found nothing that day. Got skunked.
Nope. Where'd you get that truck? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Inherit it from a
Yep.
rich uncle.
Donations on YouTube.
Right.
Now, iWatches, I don't know about the ones that Adam has, but I've found some that weren't linked to an Apple account. And you can go right into it and factory reset it with one button and it's yours. Now, haven't done that because I feel, I don't know, it's more my moral code a little bit. But yeah, I still have a pile of them here that I've called the guys. I'm like, hey, I got your watch. I try to get the video out of it. And oh yeah, he decided never to show up. And I got his $400 Apple Watch sitting here that's in mint condition. And he just decided not to come get it. So I'm like, well, do I reset it? Or do I just keep staring at it for another year?
Yeah, that happens. It's funny that happens. Like I literally have, I don't know if it's this one, but I have like an iPhone 11 or 12 that I've had for like a year. And I called the people and I texted them and they speak Spanish. So maybe that's the issue. They think I'm trying to scam them. And I'm just like, I found your phone. It works. Let me give it back to you. And they're just like, no.
Okay, well, what's the password?
Right.
Like, at least give me that.
Yeah, right. But it might have to do with the insurance also. You know, I mean,
well, they've already got a new phone. Like giving that back to them, they're pretty much just going to be like, meh.
Right.
You know,
right? They won't really care anymore about that phone because I've already paid the insurance. Insurance take care. I got a new phone.
Yeah. And they probably got a better phone too, so they don't want that outdated phone.
Right. If you made the honest attempt, there is no moral dilemma after that.
Hmm.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you made an honest attempt. Now, if you didn't make an honest attempt, then I can understand you having a moral difficulty there. But at that point, you still. Hey, wait a minute. At that point, if you said you were trying to get them honestly, then what the hell do you care about morals?
True. Over here. Oh,
I say, you know, if you need it, you found it. The people don't want it. Take advantage of it. Get what you need to find more stuff that people don't want.
yeah, I found tons of stuff. Well, I mean, gosh, found bags of jewelry, which is so weird. But most of it's costume jewelry, but occasionally I'll come across something that has like personal significance. Class rings, for instance. I found one of them at the bottom of a lake, and it was neat. It's more of a thrill to get it back to the guy than it is to just keep it, you know?
Well, sure. No, I dig that part, especially a class ring for sure.
Yeah.
And because a class ring means a lot to that person.
Class ring, wedding band, or engagement ring.
I got a lot of wedding bands.
But those are harder to find the owners because people don't, people need to put like their phone numbers or their email or something. I don't know.
They probably threw them in there on purpose.
That
Or
could
that,
be.
or that.
I want a divorce, you son
Exactly.
of a
You cheated on me. Ah.
bitch.
Chuck it out there. I found a nice diamond ring one time under a boat dock. It was just sitting on a rock. I was like, that makes no sense. Like somebody just dropped it, looked like. I was just like, oh, that's a nice little wedding band. I haven't got it appraised, but I know it's real diamonds. So maybe that's my boat motor.
Yeah, maybe. Save it for a rainy day.
Yeah. Who buys rings though besides pawn shops? I want to get fair value for it though.
Well, you're never gonna get actual retail on because it's sold as an art or jewelry. So you're not going to get all you're going to get is scrap. But hey, you got enough of them, you could get some good scrap money.
Yeah, I did not throw my ring in on purpose. It fell off in a cold river, but that was my first one. The next 2 rings I had, I lost, but they were just silicone rings, so I'm good.
So when you lose a ring, I'm kind of glad you said you lost it, because did you not realize it for a while? Did you?
I knew the same day when it fell off, but I couldn't find it again. Like we went rafting, the whitewater course up in was it Tennessee or something like that? Ocoee, yeah. But I think I lost it. We were just goofing off swimming, and I think it fell off. So like I was snorkeling trying to find it in the rocks and never found it. But luckily, I could wear a piece of wood on my finger. I don't want to surround myself with bling. Hey, wife. You fell through my comment. I told you not to wear it.
Oh.
I've got a kind of interesting story / future trip.
Oh, tell
about,
me.
Speaking
us.
about
Please
speaking
tell.
about class rings. I recently had a person reach out to me saying they lost a Texas A&M class ring in Texas, and seeing if I could come help look for it. And luckily, I'm going to be near Fort Worth area here soon.
Are you?
I'm going to try to make my way over there and help find this class ring for them, because they live by the river, and apparently it just dropped right there. Typically, when these rings fall, they stay right where they fell because they're so heavy. But what makes the story interesting is my dad actually graduated from Texas A&M, and he lost his class ring like almost 20 years ago, and someone returned it. Someone found it metal detecting like a few years back, like 5 years ago, and he was able to get it back after like almost 20 years.
That's
So
cool.
I'm going to attempt. I really hope I can find this for him, because it'd be like full circle. I feel like, my dad had that happen, and now I can like help someone else out. So hopefully I can find it.
Hopefully. Hey, Christy. Your outdoors gallo is in the house tonight.
Yeah, along with
Is in.
yeah,
It's a ring.
M.A. Lyman's in. And Cheryl loves watching you, Adam.
Hey,
Yeah.
and shout out to the chat. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all tuning in, and all the love and support. All y'all new people and people that know me. I just want to shout out everybody.
Do you?
Except for you, Nug. I'm not going to shout out you.
You
Not
will
that
shout
guy.
me out. I just did a bit. I was editing my video today, and you're in it. Don't make me blur your face.
Oh yeah.
So who approached who first about collaborating with each other?
He begged me.
Oh gosh. You want to tell me about the hater comment we got? You got it?
Well, you got it. But I forgot what it said. You hurt my feelings though.
Yeah, it was pretty mean actually. Someone like randomly, I don't know who it was, not someone I know, on like Facebook or Instagram messaged me. They're like,
Lies.
typically every comment I get about Jeremy, people love him. They're like, oh, Jeremy's so funny. He's so, well, I'm not going to say attractive, but
Dang. See his hair? You should I'm working with here?
there might be some people that say that, but yeah, somebody was like, who is that Nug guy? Do you pay him to does he pay you to dive with you? Like, I don't want to see Nug with you. I'm just like, man, some of these people are mean, There's a lot of haters out there, but
Oh yeah.
They hate my positivity.
You guys like to shrug off the haters? Do you guys delete the haters? What do you guys do when you get your haters?
Let your audience tear them apart.
I do that sometimes. I'll kill them with kindness, or I'll reply to their comment with something that makes no sense. Like they'll say something mean, like your videos suck, I hope you die. And then I'll be like, thanks for watching. You're my #1 fan.
yeah. I just kind of ghost mine. I don't really respond most of the time. Or I'll just heart their comment, and they're really confused. They're like, wow.
Yep. I'll drop your link in the reply.
Your regulars, your loyal subscribers, they usually take care of those people. I've noticed that. people come on, they'll say something bad about your video or something. Next thing you know, people all over them. You know what you're talking about, that. So let them go.
Well, yeah, people, I see someone in here that's been following you probably longer than I have, Nug. Our buddy, I had the pleasure of actually prospecting with him one day on my last trip to the Motherlode.
Smith's Gold.
Yeah, he's been following you forever.
He has. I mean, he's my OG.
Yep, definitely.
Every
That's
time I
something-
tell him that though, he's like, "Dang, I'm not old."
Definitely.
You know, I want to find out. I don't know if there's an easy way to find out who like my first subscriber was on my channel, but I want to
Me.
like if yeah, definitely not you, Jared.
What are you talking about? I watched you when you was in dreads and a t-shirt.
Oh, hey, that's a secret, man. Nobody needs to know about that.
Oh, the videos are up.
I mean, you can look back, but you know, I had my hair. I may have had dreadlocks and a long scraggly beard, and I always wore a white T-shirt to the river because I just thought it was funny because people get to see how dirty you know, it starts off white, and then by the end of the day, it's just like dirty and brown.
It was see-through, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it became see-through by the end of the day, but it was kind of a inside. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I just didn't really care about looks or like really anything, which I don't know.
You were the definition of a river rat.
You know, I thought about changing my channel name to that for a little while, but
Nope, somebody already got it. I saw it in the chat room.
Yeah, we have a river rat who joins us on Tuesday nights and other shows.
yeah. But to go back to your question, Ed, I think I met Jeremy through my buddy Zach. His channel is Z Cook Z.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on before. I've heard of him, yes.
So he actually reached out to me and came down to South Carolina, and we dove. And then he was on a little trip with him and his wife, and then they were on the way to Atlanta to dive with Jeremy and Britton. And I kind of got he invited me to come along with them, so that's kind of how I met Britton and Jeremy, I believe. I don't think I talked to you before that, did I, Jeremy?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, we were like aware of each other's channels, but we just never really like spoke.
Yeah, I seen yours before mine. I was like, oh man, look at this guy. I mean, if he can get 10,000 subs, shit.
You're doing really good compared to where you were when like Smith's Gold and I first came across you.
Well, that's just because I show skin.
Yeah.
Yup. I wear tight shirts and stuff. You know how cold water is.
Right. See your hard nipples. Now you're at
Tough crowd,
68,000 plus.
Right.
The first video that Adam and I did, I actually came across it the other day on accident. It was when we went to that bridge and all of us found guns except for you.
Right. I found I think a old tomahawk blade. That's what it looked like anyways.
Yeah, we caught Cub walking out with handfuls of guns, and you're just like, oh.
That was also my first time scuba diving in the river.
Yep, I do remember that because I called you out on it. I was like, oh, so you're certified, right?
But listen, I was not weighted properly that day, and the current was bad, so that's my excuse. And I'd never done it before. You know, I started.
That was cold too. That water was like bitter ass cold.
It was, yeah. That was not a good first intro to river scuba diving, but I mean, I'm very comfortable. I'm very comfortable in the river because I've been snorkeling and just holding my breath for like 4 years doing it. So it's kind of it.
Did you use a dumbbell?
No, you start putting just start putting rocks in your weight belt when you don't have
Remember my
enough
old
weight.
videos? I would tie a rope to a dumbbell and
Uh-huh.
throw it out in the middle of the river. And then I would pull myself down to the bottom of the river and look around. That's how I did my early videos, like forever until I got certified.
Yeah, well, you started off snorkeling, Jeremy. Then you went to that electric hookah system, and then you finally got certified.
Yeah, my mom didn't want to see me die, so she's like, "Can I pay for you to get certified?" I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
sure." I'm
Sure.
not gonna argue, I guess.
You must.
I
Yeah.
probably still would be certified if she didn't do that. Good
Hey,
mom.
Gotta love moms.
Oh
Good
yeah.
mom.
So have either of you guys had any scary experiences while diving? Maybe malfunctions or getting stuck, or has anything gone wrong for you guys?
I've had a few encounters. What about you, Adam?
Yeah. Either one, but Adam, yeah.
Luckily, I haven't had too many while diving. I mean, you occasionally get like stuck. If you're carrying a dive flag on a rope, the rope will wrap around some underwater log jams, but you just got to keep calm. I mean, it's just nothing you can't get untangled from. I haven't had like my mask, my air fail or anything like that. But what's funny is the scariest experience I've had in the water was like before I even started my channel when I was younger, which I'll tell it quickly, but I almost drowned in the river when I was younger.
What is this cat doing, dude?
You want to see what she's doing? She's trying to steal my gold. Look.
Playing with your ring.
Yeah.
Cat.
She's literally
playing
with my gold.
Cat, quit messing with the treasure porn. Oh man.
Neat. My scary I haven't had any like life or death experiences yet, but man, well, just this past dive we went down to Augusta for like 3 dives, and the third dive I'm beat and tired, and I'm like not really finding a lot of stuff, so I'm kind of just over it. And the water was clear enough, and I was down there doing something, and I just kind of look over and I noticed like this abrupt cloud of dirt, like got kicked up, and like it fogged me out, and I was trying to swim around it, and I just couldn't get out of it, so I instantly was it was blacked out. And in my mind I'm like, okay, what caused that? There's something right there, there's a monster next to me, I'm about to die. And I just swam to I can't do it, so I just darted to the top, and I was like, whatever was down there, whatever did that, I don't want to be near it. So I went to the top and swam away, and then I went back down and continued. But it freaked me out because some local earlier started talking about how there's gators in the water, and I didn't know that. So I'm like, there's something I got to be thinking about for the rest of the day. So, yeah, so I kind of had a panic attack when all of a sudden the dirt got kicked up next to me, and I wasn't next to anybody. So I was like, maybe it's a big fish, maybe it's a gator. I don't know. I didn't like it. So I had a little mini panic attack, but nothing to freak out over.
Have you had any pretty terrifying experiences with like gators or large fish?
No gators yet. Big fish, but they're not aggressive. They just startle you.
Like
Yeah.
what-
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
like they follow you around and then just kind of stare at you. They're just curious on what's going on. But
Seriously,
Large
they can eat you.
largemouth bass are curious, so they'll follow you. If you stop moving, bluegill will surround you and just wait for you to feed them, I guess. Catfish, you just swim upon catfish and they scare you because they'll take off, but their camouflage really good, so you didn't even see them. And striped bass are big and fast, and so they'll just right by you, and your life flashes before your eyes.
Oh, gosh,
And turtles are curious, so they'll come walking up to you and just kind of like you just look over to your right, just like choo-goo! But nothing violent yet. Oh, I wish I would have got that on tape, man. There was a river rodent. I don't know. And like I swam up out of the water just to look around, and I am not even kidding. I came up and he was this far from me. And I was so in shock. I just stood there, or I was swimming, but I just kind of floated there looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I'm just like, what the hell is that? Didn't have my camera on or nothing, but I face to face with this rodent. He could have bit my nose off at any moment, but luckily he didn't. I even splashed at him. He didn't blink.
That's probably what he was saying. What the hell am I looking at?
I know. He's like, what are you? He was like, he's like, oh, Greg, like, what you do to my waters?
That's like the bigger fish I've come across. They're brave. They're like the kings of that waterway. Like the little fish, they'll freak out. They'll like come close and they'll freak out. The big fish, they don't move very much. Like this past weekend, we dove in Augusta, Georgia. I don't know what kind of fish it was, but it was like one of the biggest I've ever seen. And I was right up in its face, and it was just like, "What's up, bro? I'm not scared of you."
Yeah, there's some big fish in those big rivers. They'll come out of nowhere too, and you're just like, what are ugly ones too? Big old ugly carp. They'll scare the hell out of you because they just out of nowhere they're just like burnt.
Yeah, I could imagine if your visibility's bad, like the first time you dredged underwater, Jesse, or I
Yeah.
mean, totally with a hookah.
You can
Yeah,
see nothing in front of my face but chocolate milk.
been there
I hate
before.
doing that.
It's pretty uncomfortable.
That's what we dove. Me and Nick dove that Cadillac a week or two ago. It was
the
6
same
inches
time.
visibility, and it was just. I was like,
That's
man, if there wasn't a car, I would never be in that water.
Yeah,
That's
at
the only
same
reason I was like, had to make sure there wasn't anybody in it.
At the same time, I'm trying to learn how to be underwater at the same time. You know, not having dove before. You know, so yeah, very
Like, I'll
weird.
freak out if I dive. Like, we had a rope hooked onto the car, so for some reason that didn't freak me out. But if like you just drop into the unknown, that freaks me out.
Yeah.
You know?
How what's the deepest you've been so far?
40, nothing crazy.
How deep
Yeah.
was that first car you pulled out in Tennessee?
Oh, that was like 20 feet. It wasn't bad.
Oh, okay.
20 feet's about the norm so far. I know it's deeper if there's deeper places, but I've never been anywhere that's really crazy.
And the cliff jumping spot was like 30
Yeah,
feet.
that was freaky too, because we're like, it was 30 feet and we had no visibility. We're just kind of crawling around on the bottom. And
Well, that
I'm
was creepy.
behind Adam, so he's finding everything, and I'm just like, this sucks. I'm not finding nothing.
But that was a new spot we hadn't dove in. Like it was a cliff jumping spot, and we didn't know how deep it was. So I went down, and the cliff goes like underneath, like under. So it starts getting darker and darker. And I just wanted to go straight down to follow the wall, but the wall was not going straight. So it was like I'm going underneath in this cave basically, and it can get a little freaky. You definitely gotta, I don't know. River diving is not for everyone. But
Crawling down the cliffside is a weird feeling, but
Just not being able to see is what freaks me out.
it's a weird. It's weird. Like I don't think not a lot of people could probably do it.
Now, what direction do you think you're gonna take your channel now, Adam? More like search and recovery, or a mixture of back to the basics and what you're doing now in that, or
I mean, I'd like to do a mixture. I mean, I guess I've always been diving, but I also like to include, metal detecting here and there, some magnet fishing. People seem to really like the magnet fishing videos. I enjoy it. I haven't done it a lot, partly because it's illegal in South Carolina, apparently, the only state. Is that correct, Rose? Maybe you can tell me.
Yeah, I think there's 2 states actually, but I know North Carolina is one of, or South Carolina is one of them.
Which is unfortunate, but I still may be sneaking around and doing some magnet fishing here and there.
now what's the reason of them having it illegal down there?
That's a good question.
I think it has to do with like the relics, and they're just real. You need a hobby license to really do it, and I don't know. It's
Maybe
They don't want anybody. They don't want anybody but archaeologists finding
Academia and
more relics, cannons, cannonballs, that kind of
well,
stuff.
then they'd make metal detecting illegal too and stuff like
I
that.
don't think you can in the rivers, and you can't in a lot of places. Metal detect.
Jeremy metal detects in the rivers in Georgia.
I do.
Secretly.
Well, I don't. You do. You know what? I don't even know. I know in the state parks, you know, and all that stuff, Kennesaw Mountain, they're all protected lands. You get caught up there, you get thrown in prison. Riverways, it's kind of like a gray area. I mean, the park rangers give us grief all the time, but it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. You don't make too much stink about it. Nobody cares. Depends on where you're at. You know, depends on what you find. And if you find something, report it. I don't know. It's all kinds of gray crap. But it ultimately goes back to the archaeologists spend all this money and time and college degrees. So they make the biggest stink because we're just going out there doing it.
For fun.
So ultimately, it's all just crap politics when it comes to these laws.
Yep, that's true.
Archaeological disturbance, BS. You know.
I like that one park ranger. She was like, well, what if you come across a gravesite? And I'm like, who's burying bodies in the river? Oh, what are you talking about?
The river can change and move places, so maybe it moved over a gravesite.
Yeah, like I'm like diving down there and I come across a tombstone. I don't understand.
I know a spot not far north of me where the river has meandered, and they say you could find caskets sticking out of the side of the bank and find
man, it'd be horrible.
articles in the river. I haven't gone and looked, but maybe I
man, that's a
should.
good video. Yeah.
My lake here, Lake Murray, was actually built over at, there's a town at the bottom, and there's grave sites that when the water goes low, you can actually dive down and see the old tombstones and stuff. And apparently, I think every once in a while, a casket comes up or something weird happens, but
dang, that's too much. I don't know if I can handle that.
Well, we've had here up here in Ohio where I'm at too, where the river is frozen and the ice is backed up so bad that it's actually tore up a cemetery that was next to the river and knocked all tombstones down. Some caskets come out of the ground. Yeah, it happens.
Yep. That'd be a new one. Be a good video though.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man, you could totally play that dead body found in the river.
Yeah.
The best. I'm not lying. It's not clickbait.
Right. It's not clickbait.
No, it's truth.
Right.
Becky L would like to know if you guys have had any encounters with water snakes.
Yep, I have.
Luckily, water snakes are harmless. You just got to know how to identify them. Water moccasins, copperheads are poisonous, but they tend to stay on the banks. Water snakes, which look freaky and can get pretty big, are harmless, but they tend to get killed a lot because they look like water moccasins. So it kind of sucks for them, but
plus they're kind of aggressive too if they're anything like the black water snakes up here that are harmless, but a lot of people they are a bit aggressive up here.
actually in Augusta, when I was in the water, I saw two snakes, and it still freaked me out, but I was just like, man. But they were just little, but I didn't recognize. I looked it up later, and they ended up being just like a brown water snake, something common, harmless.
I think there was one time I popped up. I was diving in near Rock Hill, I think, South Carolina, and I want to say it was a water moccasin. I popped up, and it was like coming. It was pretty close to me. I'm not 100% sure, but like I feel my best guess it was because I've been diving, and then like the water snakes are underneath you, and that kind of freaks you out. But they're just fishing. But I don't know. Do you guys know if it's true? Can snakes bite you while they're underwater? Or is that a myth?
Well, they fish, so you know they can open their mouths.
I've heard that they can't bite you if they're swimming.
Test that out for us and let us know.
Dude, let's make a video.
There you go.
What's that YouTuber guy who gets bit by an animal? He gets bit by
Coyote Peterson.
Yeah.
He does all the snakes and stuff, or the bugs.
Mine.
Hold on a second.
Sure. He must have a rambunctious kitty or something.
I think he's got like 5 of those. Oh.
You know what? Since you guys are separated, and we can ask you guys the same question, but you can go first. Let's say you've hit the big time, right? You're totally famous and you have all the money in the world. Where are you going to film some videos?
With you.
You don't need a budget for that. Come on up. You're good. Well, you know, anywhere in the world. So we've got no restrictions. Where are you going?
I mean, for me, I'm not that picky. I feel like there's Atlanta is kind of like the gold mine for rivers. I mean, Texas. I mean, I'm actually from Houston, Texas, but I haven't dove there really much, except I'm like very South Texas in the tubing country. But I don't know. I'd love to do some more diving around Texas, like northern Texas. I mean, but if we're talking crazy, maybe like, you know, overseas where they'd be finding all the mudlarking and
I would think Germany or somewhere around, you know, where there were a lot of war going on during World War II and diving for arms.
Yeah. That'd be
They do find a lot of them in those rivers for World War II.
Every time I get asked that question, it's like,
Yeah.
shoot, I don't even know. Like the World War II stuff, anywhere over, you know, where
In Europe, yeah.
stuff. Somewhere off the wall. Like I was telling I think it was Adam or somebody else the other day. I was like, man, what about the most remote island on the planet? You know, some Polynesian islands out in the middle of nowhere that you got to take a boat to, you know, or Guam, Fiji, you know, somewhere crazy. And you'll be like, because everybody goes to the Bahamas or the Caribbean. I'm like, I don't want to go there. I was like, I want to go somewhere nobody goes, you know. Like I went scuba diving in Iraq or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be neat.
Or in the Andes. You scuba dive the Amazon.
Yeah. Yes. Ooh,
Well, that's been done. Jake and those other guys already went there once.
Oh yeah.
I was like, nope, never going to the Amazon.
What about
Well,
deep sea? Do you guys have any desire to do any like deep sea diving or
What now?
what about like the ocean, like deep sea diving?
You've never been in the ocean, have you, Jeremy?
Not once.
I've been technically 3 times, but apparently I get seasick pretty bad.
Yeah, you got tore up that last time.
And I didn't know. Well, see, that was only actually it was the one time I dove in near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We went out so far to this wreck. You couldn't see the land. And I think that's what got me, because I like to be able to like see the land. I mean, the boat was rocking, but I mean, as soon as I got in the water, I didn't feel sick, but it was as soon as I got back on the ship and you can't see anything but water. I don't know. I guess my body didn't like that. So, but when I dove down with Britton and some other guys. Jeremy didn't make it on this trip, but we went down to Florida in the shark teeth capital of the world.
You got like 3 teeth.
Well, we found some megalodon teeth. I don't have any right here. I have one here that I got. This one actually was near Charleston that I found.
I would
Cool.
love to get some shark's teeth out of a river.
But
I want to go to Cooper's and do it.
the Cooper River. Yeah.
In the back of my mind, though, like there's monsters in that water.
I mean, you know, just sharks and other
sharks,
Loch Ness
gators,
monsters,
snakes. Like,
But
there better be some gold in there or something, dude.
it was
Be
kind of
motivated.
the freaky thing for me with the ocean was like in Florida, you know, even though it's pretty clear, they were like, we just drive out or, you know, take the boat out, and then they're just like, all right, so just jump in and drop 30 feet and you'll hit the bottom. I'm like, I've never really done this that deep before. So it's just like you jump in and you're just sinking and you can't see anything really. You're like, I hope I hit the bottom. I mean, you feel so vulnerable, I guess, compared to the river. I didn't like that at all. And
Yeah, that's my biggest fear is I'm not in charge. in the
right.
ocean. I was like, there are fish out there that could swallow me whole.
You're not the biggest thing.
Nah. And it would take just one big shark to swim by. Dude, the first time I saw a manatee, I almost freaked out. I didn't know. I didn't know the story of the sea cow. I didn't know it. And yeah, first time I saw one of those, I was like, yep, that's going to tear my legs off. I was like, that's the biggest monster I've ever seen in my life. And come to find out, they're
It was,
not.
for me, it was a grouper in Florida.
Those are
Right.
big too. Jeez.
Oh, huge. I come up on it, and it just, like you said earlier, how they just stare at you. This thing was huge. I know it could have swallowed me, but he just stared at me.
He just
Just
sizing
look-
you up.
Yeah, I just backed off, back to shore I went.
Yeah, those are big. Hey,
Eyes
those eat
off.
sharks. Like you've seen videos of those swallowing sharks whole. Like,
Yeah,
nope.
I didn't know what it was. That was the scary part. I didn't know what kind of fish it was, but it was big, and I know it could swallow me. So I was out of there.
I was in Hawaii once, and I was not as oh man, how do I say this? I was inebriated. That's the best way to say it. And I was snorkeling, and I was out and I was just looking down, and I seen this gigantic fish. There's like a sea barracuda, and now I would not be in the water. Then I was like, no fear, I'll do whatever I want. And I followed this thing until I realized I couldn't see the bottom of the ocean anymore. And I was like, wait a minute, he's tricking me. And I popped my head up and looked around. I was probably an easy mile off the shore, and I was like, well, this is gonna take a while. It took till dark to swim back in. They almost called in the Coast Guard because the people I rented the snorkel gear from were like looking for me. I made a big stink. And it was like it was closed. The beach was closed. And then I'm come rolling up like half dead, exhausted. I was like, the fishy was leading me out to sea, man. He was going to murder me. True story.
Yeah, barracuda are kind of really scary looking.
Yeah, they work together.
Yeah, they're right. They're like a pack of wolves. In fact, that's why they call them sea wolves.
Dang it. See, I didn't know that. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, pretty fishy. I'm going to follow you.
The barracuda
right.
is what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See it my way. Will it be hard for me to scuba dive in 10 feet of water as a blind person? Did
Yeah, I
we
saw
cover that?
I'm looking at that question earlier, and I'm going, is that person being serious?
Yes.
don't know.
See it my way. He's blind. I don't know how blind.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
But I know there's paraplegics that dive. Isn't Steven a paraplegic or an amputee?
A blind diving YouTuber that dives with Outdoor Weekly.
Yeah.
Okay. It can be done. Do they dive by braille?
I don't know.
Not too many. I have a brother that's blind. Not to poke fun at anyone without their sense of sight, but granted, it'd be kind of cool. You wouldn't have to be afraid of the dark and spooky areas, but I know in some areas when the water's muddy, there's a good chance of big branches and debris hitting you and doing some harm.
Well, that can happen even when you have your sight if you're not paying attention.
Well, if you're not paying attention, yeah. But I say go for it. See it my way. Go for it.
Be fun. Could be fun.
Yeah, I've thought about the hypothetical, like if I did lose a hand or something happened to my legs, you could still dive. Like it'd be good to have at least one hand, granted, to be able to grab stuff. But the technology for like paraplegics and people, you could get fins made, all types of stuff. Like that's why scuba diving is so cool, because you can be you can be young, you can be old, and I guess depending on the current, it might be difficult, but like it's just so much easier on your joints. You're just floating, and I think that's another reason why scuba diving is so cool.
You're so smart.
Well,
Is that why you hang out with them, Jeremy?
I like to hang out with people who are not as good looking as me. It makes me look sexier. I kid. No, I actually hang out with people who are more sexy than me. You know, like how there's the ugly person hangs out with the cool people to be cool. That's what I do.
So you hang out with all people you think are better looking than you, so you can be cool.
I figure we're at that level in this group where I can tell you deep dark secrets.
Right.
Especially Adam. He knows everything about me.
I do know a thing or two about Jeremy.
Do you?
I don't know if I can disclose that information.
I don't know. Does it involve undergarments?
Or maybe lack thereof.
High heels.
High heels, yep. I cross dress just for the heck of it.
Hey, speaking of high heels, no, on Adam's video, he had what looked like a piece of rubber with a metal stuck to it. A piece of metal stuck to it, right? And you couldn't figure out what it was.
Which video was that?
Let me look. I got it pulled up here somewhere. Just your latest one, I believe.
Potential murder weapon found.
Piece rubber with metal stuck to it. Gosh, I can't even, honestly at this point, like the editing, everything's just a blur. As soon as I edit, it just like leaves my brain. I can't even remember.
Let me look at my history here because that's where I'll find it because I just watched it. I don't remember what the title was. There was a.
Just tell them what you thought it was.
Oh, it was the part of a shoe. Was that you that commented that, or somebody said it was like part of a shoe or something?
No, that's what I thought it was too. It looked like it was a part of the shoe, the heel, and the metal center. Somebody did comment on it. Okay.
I think somebody did. I think so. Which I think that's another reason I love YouTube and like doing, because a lot of times we can identify these objects just by a part of it, a piece of it, and be like, oh, but sometimes we don't know what the heck we're grabbing. We're just grabbing, as much trash and things that look interesting. And then, the people will comment, and like, I've had people like do research on some of these random things and like send me pictures and like figure out what it is. I'm just like, man, I didn't even do that work. And y'all, like the viewers are, helping me out. And I think it's really cool to identify.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I thought it was some kind of pebble. Then I'm going, no, wait a minute, that's not right. And I looked at it some more. I said, that's a heel with the metal center, like a high heel, a higher heel shoe, but the leather was gone. That was cool. I know Rose brings out every once in a while a what is it from their hunts. We try to guess what it is. So that was pretty.
What's the grossest thing
I like leather.
what's the grossest thing they ever?
Oh, okay, yeah. Ruby wants to know what's the grossest thing you guys have ever found. We already know what Rose is.
Think about that one.
Gross.
Teeth were pretty gross.
Oh God.
Butthole.
Yeah, she likes to do this.
Cat butthole.
Can't showing
Well,
off the
I mean, speaking of grossest. Oh gosh, I don't like finding like dead animal carcasses under the water. I mean, that's pretty gross.
I love finding dead fish. I think it's the coolest find ever, but Candace thinks it's horrible. Is the teeth.
That's pretty.
yeah.
It's both gross and cool.
That was interesting. Those are old.
I mean, from the early
It's covered. You got the gold here. You got a gold cap right there. That's pretty.
Right.
It's pretty nasty. But man, those are cool.
Put them in your mouth. Let's see them, Jeremy. Put them in.
No, I was kidding.
Did,
That'd be a tough one. I'd never get kisses again.
did those other teeth wind up to be real human teeth?
I think we've come to the conclusion they're not human teeth. I think like the front ones are ivory, the back ones are something else, but not actual Waterloo. Still pretty old.
Yeah.
But for a while there, we thought they were Waterloo teeth, meaning that like the molars were actually from slaves or fallen soldiers from the Civil War.
Right, I remember you were saying that in the video.
No,
Do I have to explain them?
No.
Sexy voice.
no sexy voice.
Prototype. Would it be something like that? Like
No,
a
well,
mold
Candace,
or-
Candace could not. She came out. She came out of the bed to tell me that I'm not right on the teeth.
Okay, let's hear it, Candace.
Fired off. She's raspy because she has a sinus thing going on, but
Yeah, I have a cold.
Hope
So
you
I'm
feel
a
better.
sneaky, smelly cat. For those of you that watch Friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go.
Okay, so the teeth are from at least 1853, because that's when they started using the Goodyear Brothers rubber for dentures. So
Mm.
the guys that made tires also made denture rubber. So that's what the back molars are. All of it is porcelain, made to look like real teeth, except for the gold that's in the front. And it did have an anchor tooth, one tooth in the entire bottom jaw to hold it all in.
Right.
And
He had a snaggle tooth.
yeah, so most likely they are from the Civil War era, from what the Harvard Dental School curator could tell me, which is the largest dental school in the country, or dental museum. Sorry, I'm taking cold meds.
Ah,
Okay.
Rick,
Now,
sound
since
like-
we have something related to pulling teeth, sort of, kind of, my son, Retro Radical, has a question. What's your favorite Metallica album?
A little off topic, but
I mean, I like Metallica, but I've never actually owned one of their albums.
What was it like?
Well, what-
Master of Puppets. Was that one?
Whichever one had all the good stuff on it, like Enter Sandman, Unforgiven, all that stuff. But I never actually bought their CD. That might have been the era of Napster where I just stole music.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, everybody did it.
you didn't steal music, you shared music.
Yes, well, it's file sharing with my people.
Yes, file sharing. No theft involved.
It was what was his name that did Napster? I forget his name,
Oh, Toby's
but it was
eating a bug.
his fault.
I can't remember. his
Hey,
name.
funny note, I watched a movie today and it had Casey Neistat in it. Didn't know he did movies.
Oh, that's how he started. He had his own TV show with his brother, too.
Well, this was a 2021 movie. What was it called?
Wait, he got
Power
like,
Project with Jimmy
yeah,
Fox.
he was riding the motorcycle.
Yeah, he got off with like
Yeah.
with guns and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Her cat's eating a beetle, I think.
Ew.
But
I did tell the right story.
Gotta have dates.
I'm the talent. You're the manager.
I think it depends on who you're asking. No, sorry.
True.
I'm the brains.
She's in charge of everything, and I'm just holding the camera. Hey, I want to make a movie.
Good boy.
Yeah, that's what I do. Dance, monkey.
You get a treat. for
Yeah,
that.
a good treat. Yeah, good talk. So Nick, whatever your name is, Ed.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
gonna go to Texas? What's up?
Oh, no. I used all my vacation already. I'm a poor guy. I'm not rich and famous like you guys.
Like Adam? Adam's got 2 jobs. That's how he's swimming in it.
yeah, but it's literally killing me. It's
I'm working off that.
I have 2 jobs and work jobs on the side. How's that?
What if you do something really illegal? Is that considered a job? Just curious.
Depends.
Not that I
if
do
it's,
that.
If it's a bank heist,
Just once a
a
year.
bank job, you know.
Josh,
And it's more like them cash your check stores. Nobody watches those places. Is this being recorded?
It will be up available. So
and podcast
Good
live.
evidence for the feds. We gotta go talk to that guy.
Now we know.
Tomorrow.
I want to know what is behind Toledo Jess in that cabinet. It's freaking me out. Is it a ghost or something?
That's I love you this much thing.
Oh,
Mhm.
That's like from the 30s.
I've seen that. I was just like, man, what is that?
Oh,
I didn't
you
want to
mean-
say my first thought.
Oh, you're paying towels? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No.
No, man, the dude inside in there, the hub guy.
Going like this.
It's a ghost.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you see in there? Piques your interest?
I see a lantern and
Yes.
a palm tree. I think it's a
Oh.
palm tree. Maybe not. On the bottom. I see a
That thing
voodoo
might-
doll.
Voodoo doll.
Where is the other vixen?
She has a difficult time making the Tuesday show. She's busy on Tuesdays.
Oh,
Yeah. I might have to change the logo for the show. But I can't do that to our angel Angela though.
And she always makes the road trips. She's always there for the road trips too. So
Yeah. She's always at Flash Bash, and they're actually part of the crew at Flash Bash now.
when is the next Flash Bash?
First
that already
weekend
happened this
in
year?
June.
June. Is it every June?
It has been so far the first weekend in the past 3 Junes.
Cool. Might have to be on these days.
Ohio Relic Hunter. Yes, it is Elvis.
Huh.
Yeah. Elvis and
Right behind. Right there, that's Elvis. And
Jacqueline Kennedy.
then behind him is Jackie Onassis or Jackie
And then-
Kennedy. Who else?
Shirley Temple.
Oh, Shirley Temple. Then of course our Indian chief.
Dang.
Okay.
good eye. That's a good eye. You know,
That's cool. Want to play a game? Let's play Guess the Treasure.
That's the treasure.
First thing I thought of was something that goes up somewhere, but this is a family-friendly show.
You know,
So,
I don't know.
That's not a male pleasure wand.
All I know is I found it in the river and it was a lot dirtier when I found it.
Did it have a lot of brown on it?
yeah, I'm with you, Mr. Lodak, a football trophy.
Yeah.
There you go. I was a team. I got the team ball.
Yeah.
David Villa said a paperweight. I'm with David Villa.
There we go. I like that way better. I keep forgetting we're live. I'm just
It's
running my
a
sock
sock,
here.
darn.
You need to use that as a paperweight on a desk and keep it in all of your lives.
There you go. That'd be like nobody would want to talk. They'd just be like, dude, what is on your desk? What?
Paperweight.
It's my toy.
Yeah.
I did find this and I cleaned it up the other day after like a year. But man,
Were those
where you at?
beads?
There we go, over here. Ah, shoot. You know what? This daggum
Chroma
filter
key's messing
background.
up
We
your
gotta
stuff.
get rid of that. None. There we go. All right, now this might work better.
Oh my gosh, you're in a house?
I am. This is this little thing.
Huh.
What is that?
Huge.
It's just a tiny little box, you know, and you just hold something
Is
in
that a porcelain box?
it. Yeah. Found that in the middle of the river.
Wow.
It says,
Fine.
What does
Wow.
it say?
it says that on the bottom, something in French.
Limoges. Are you kidding me? That's a Limoges.
What does that mean? Is that good or bad?
That's
Some of it's
fancy.
really valuable.
Well, some of that's really valuable stuff.
Ooh.
For you to find it, yeah. Limoges, look that up. In fact, you should be able to find that in the catalog. That particular piece, you should be able to find it in the catalog.
Yeah.
Get online Limoges and look through their stuff, and you should be able to find that.
Could be your
That-
next dry suit.
That could be a more, yeah, right. Well, you know, even a newer one's gonna run a couple $100 for those. Those
Yeah.
little boxes. Ah,
Boat motor.
Boat motor, yeah.
There
Boat
you go.
motor.
yeah.
I always get
check
on
it out.
eBay when I just find stuff like, oh, what are and, yeah, it's amazing. Pretty much everything that I find in the river, I can find on eBay.
Adam, your cat is about to get into trouble.
Yeah, she's. Oh.
Live
y'all-
entertainment for you.
Did y'all see
That's
that?
awesome.
Rose had that one.
Oh, we saw it.
She's very interested in this new bookshelf I brought in.
Yeah, it's hype. They like to be up high.
Yeah, they climb.
Point of attack.
So what's your most interesting find?
Adam.
Well, let's see if my headphones reach. I got some cool ones over here. Some recent ones. Well, let me stand by. I don't know if I can reach. There we go. So this was pretty cool. I don't know, Jeremy, do you remember this? It's like this metal, like
Teapot?
Chinese or Jap. I don't know if that's. I think Chinese teapot.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Was it brass or copper?
Yeah, it's
Probably
brass.
brass.
That's cool.
And yeah, I still don't know the story behind that, but it's really ornate. I mean, it's got like dragons on it.
Well, that.
Oh,
Yeah, don't clean it.
Oh no, don't clean it.
Wash off the patina.
Oh God, I've done that before.
If I want to clean it, I'm going to clean it.
I found this in the river and I cleaned it and people got mad at me. But
Oh, that's
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
a Hindu god right there.
yeah, it's Shiva, I think. But yeah,
Yeah.
I cleaned it and made it all shiny and stuff. And people are like, no, the patina.
You screwed.
Don't.
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
And that looks like a trumpet, not a cornet, but
Yeah, that thing's crazy, isn't it? Like that.
Awesome.
Like you can see somebody was not having a good day. They're like, I'm done playing the trumpet, and I mean, you can see that, I guess, where it hit a rock.
yeah,
I don't know. That's really cool to me. It's like, why do things like this? These don't have. This doesn't have any business being in the river. But
Especially where you found it, because like
Yeah.
it was in the middle of nowhere.
right.
I
So
wow.
remember that one.
That's really cool. I think Jeremy was jealous when I found that.
So
I dug
my-
this up.
here's my theory.
Ooh,
on
that's cool.
Yeah.
Civil War era bayonet.
Just dug that up out of the mud.
Good shape.
Didn't you find a sword once too?
I've never found a sword. I found the Civil War muskets and this, and a bunch of other little stuff. But
You
This was
keep
my-
the
one of my-
muskets?
I ended up giving them to a guy in Virginia to put in a museum.
Oh, cool.
So he was happy.
This is my most recent find.
Oh,
let's see.
drone DJI.
Oh, what a relic!
Yeah.
Bummer.
Looking when they lost it.
Bummer.
That's a $400 drone right there.
Yeah, and it had the memory card. I don't know if you guys saw my video I just posted. I posted a short video today, but the guy was recording when he crashed the drone, so you can see him flying, and he hits the wall and it falls in the river.
Oh.
Oh, that's so sad.
That was pretty cool because it looked like he just got it from that video. Like they were so looked like they were so happy.
Oh yeah, my new drone.
And then
Crash.
they crash it.
Flash. Oh, beep.
I think you should rebuild it.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Put
I
some
don't think
motors
that-
in that thing. I bet it's possible.
Send it
Well-
into DJI.
Right? Get a warranty. Well, what surprised me though is it recorded after it was underwater for like a good 10 minutes.
Really?
Sitting. So the water, I mean, it's pretty waterproof. So I guess if you can get to it, if you can find it pretty soon after you crash it in the water, it'll still work probably.
Huh.
Put it
I
in
would
rice.
assume, yeah.
I didn't know that. Now we learned. We
Ah.
learned something.
All right.
I found this at Pace's Ferry.
Oh yeah.
It's a Persian sheath dagger sheath.
Ooh, cool.
Makes no sense why it's there. It was laying at the same place where I found the teeth. I was like, that's got to be something stolen
You
out of someone's
find a
house.
lot
like
of
their personal
Hindu
collection.
stuff down there too, don't you?
Hindu
Yeah,
stuff's
that's-
everywhere. It's very it's just their religion is based around the rivers and water and their prayers. I don't know the details around it, but I know it's a big thing. And so they're constantly throwing stuff in the rivers, and we always find it.
Ohio
And,
Relic Hunter says Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman Empire.
Turkish.
Neat.
Yeah,
That's
why I love diving like the Chattahoochee River, because there's old relics, there's modern stuff. You're always gonna find like a plethora, an array of different like objects. You're always gonna find something. At my river here, it's college town, so it's pretty much just GoPros, cell phones, and sunglasses. But I like finding the history stuff too.
Now,
This was the same area at Pace's Ferry, Adam. Remember that?
Oh, nice point.
Yeah. That was just laying there in the sand, and I don't even know, dude. Like I didn't even know there was anything going on around there that was Native American. I thought it was like early 1900s stuff, and then all of a sudden I find teeth. I find this. I find it. It's a weird spot. One of our favorite spots we love going. That's where we got banned.
Pipe bombs.
Yeah, that's the same place we found all the bombs. So I have to go back there, but we got to take a boat next time because we're not allowed to park in that parking lot anymore.
Boat dock further up, and then maybe if you find a bomb, leave it there.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna take it out just to piss them off. Here you go, Adam. There you go. You can have that.
Is that a dummy grenade?
Yeah, it was real at one time, but they cut the bottom out and defused it. But it was my grandfather's from World War II, and I guess back in the day you could keep stuff. But I remember he had it. Oh my God, as far back as I could remember, I used to always see it sitting on the shelf, and I was like, man, I want to touch it so bad. And then I grew up, and he passed away, and I got it. I was like, sweet. Been staring at that thing for years. That's mine.
You guys touch it.
Yeah, I play with it all the time. I still haven't pulled the pin out though.
Don't.
Just in case.
Yeah, that's what I want to find in the river. That's my next bucket list find, is just a grenade. Never found
Pounds
one
weren't
of
good
those.
enough for you?
I mean, it's just different, it's different.
What about a mortar? What would that do?
Well, the mortar was cool, but I mean, Britain found that. I didn't, I was there, but it doesn't count.
I guess found the second pipe bomb.
I did find the pipe. I did find a pipe bomb.
So technically, you're the one that got us in trouble.
That they're gonna go off. Are you scared of getting blown up in the water?
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
Right. Yeah, not in the moment.
Here.
No. Looking back on it, and we're like, man, I wonder if they could blow up. But the mortar had me a little worried. But at the same time, we're down there chiseling it off the rocks with knives. So I'm like, man, it could have been bad. It could have been a situation, but we got away with it. The pipe bombs didn't scare me because they was so corroded. Like, there's no way these things could go off.
Right.
Now, maybe if they sit in the sun long enough and dry out, they could become, explosive again. But I don't know how mortars work. So that was kind of a weird one. Hey, Adam.
Now,
You wanna have a bottle,
Dennis,
Adam? Isn't
I
that pretty?
believe he found that bottle scuba diving.
I found this one in Augusta the first time we went. And believe it or not, this one's really old. I don't know if you guys know anything about bottles, but the bottom looks like that. There's no stamp, there's no letters on it. Very uneven, very, very thick. I love finding bottles, but it's not it's not very popular among the viewers. So it's not something really like, let's make videos of bottles all the time. Nobody
There's
cares.
a big bottle community, though.
There is.
What's your oldest bottle?
Well, funny you should ask.
Let's see. More treasure porn, the better.
This also was Augusta, and there's a big old giant whiskey bottle.
Wow.
And, you can get. I don't know how old they go, but I think we're talking like 1850s. But you can see all the imperfections in it. They're not cracks; these are all air bubbles. It was hand blown.
And blown.
Hell, there's still a piece of the cork inside.
They don't
That's
have
really
names.
cool. That's my oldest bottle. And I love this bottle. What do you think, Adam? Was it amazing? Are you
Man,
jealous?
I love bottles too. I think Jeremy likes them a little more than me, but
There's some really good ones. I mean, I know they're old, but I mean, I got 2 straight side Coke bottles that I just think are just amazing.
I think you sent me a bottle too. You sent me
I
a
sent you a
big
box of stuff.
round, like a 50 caliber round.
Yep.
A big box, a bottle, that aluminum port exploring with the nug thing.
Oh yeah, we loaded you up.
Yeah, tons of stuff. I made out
Hey,
like
Adam.
a bandit.
Have you ever found an old bottle, Adam?
I have bins in my garage full of still dirty bottles waiting to be cleaned.
I hear there's a
Um,
really
and-
easy way to clean them.
Oh yeah,
That's what I heard.
a secret way.
You got to talk to Britton about that one.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
don't
secret.
I don't know what my cat knocked off one of my bottles. What was actually you clean this one.
Oh, did I?
If I don't break it. This is the one you cleaned for me, the payday bottle.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good bottle.
It's got
Okay.
like the dice on it. With the-
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that one. That was a pretty good one.
I've never found another one of these before, but I have tons of Coca-Cola bottles, and
That one bridge is loaded with bottles. I love going there.
yeah,
I think we should go back after Texas.
I'm down.
I'm down. We gotta get that car next week. You're probably gonna miss that one, aren't you?
I probably will miss that one.
Or
The
do you
third
guys,
time is a charm.
do you guys what? So that a missing person case with this car, or
That
is it
car
just
is
a
just
car?
That's that one where I've done 2 videos so far, and we just can't get it broke loose out of the mud.
You have
So-
float bags now too, don't you?
Yeah, we didn't have enough. We had all my bags hooked up to that thing and still couldn't get it. So I'm gonna get 2 more from Jared this weekend, and then we'll go back and that's because if we had 1 more bag, I think it would have broke free because it was moving, but it just couldn't break that suction. But we was looking at it, we could see it moving, and so I'm like it's almost there, but we just didn't quite have enough lift. So I'm thinking it's gonna happen next time, and then we already got the tow truck company all about it, so it's gonna happen. And then Adam will go live, so
I'll
you're
go
not gonna be
live.
there though. Never mind.
I mean, depends what day. I might be able to weasel my way for a day
Maybe.
trip.
Don wants to know what part of Texas.
Be right back.
Oh, that we're going to for the AWP trip.
Yeah,
I know we're going near Fort Worth. That's about all I know right now.
Dallas,
think
Fort
that's-
Worth.
Yeah, no, we're going to Fort Worth and around I guess the lakes is where we're hunting.
Okay.
So
Do
it's
you
gonna be
have
interesting.
any missing person cases you guys done recently
I've worked
in
on a
your
couple.
area?
I did a continuation of one of Jared's in Alabama. I've done 2 videos so far looking for she's an older lady who vanished. And that's when that one recent video where I found the Cadillac. I was looking for her, but the Cadillac wasn't her. So the search continues. There's another missing person case in Alabama. I'm gonna probably do pretty quick. And then we're assisting Jared this weekend with 2 missing persons cases. And might be able to solve those ones.
Oh, best
then,
of luck to you guys.
Yeah, that's kind of where I remember you asked earlier where we're steering our channels and stuff. I want to evolve towards the missing person stuff. Now, obviously, I'm not just going to walk away from like treasure hunting and stuff because it's fun. But
Right.
I have all the equipment now to assist. So why not use it?
Yeah, you have the boat, you have sonar, you have the lift bags.
And oh man, I actually said I am not a rich person. But we saved up all my pennies, and then finally I got Candace on board and got like really nice sonar. And that's when I gave my other sonar to Adam, which still works. Sonar works fine. I found cars with it before, but I got like the Mac Daddy. So now I'm like, man, now I want to just go nuts with it, you know.
Right on, right on. And are you gonna get in on a lot of these, Adam? Make the drive down?
Oh yeah, anytime I can. You know, I love doing it all. The cars is really interesting to me because it's just different. You know, you go down and you see a car and it's like, this does not belong in the river. It's just so out of place. And also, you know, the aspect of being able to help families out and bring closure and lead to, you know, answers is really cool as well. So if we can make that happen, I think that's really cool. So gonna assist as much as possible. I mean, cars are definitely a different animal completely. Speaking of animals, this cat is driving me crazy.
He's like, you, sir, are not giving me enough attention.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah, I like
like
doing the
my
cars
cat
thing.
in the
It's
background.
right. Cars are fun because it's a different kind of rush.
Yeah.
Because it's big and just I like it. It makes things feel not repetitious. Like, oh, we're gonna go find phones. This time we're like, oh, we're gonna find a car.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool to switch things up every once in a while. Like I'm even interested in doing some like random dumpster diving videos, maybe. I don't know. Like,
I mean, it'd be fun, but man, I bet it'd be like, I don't know. You know, I went to what is those? I saw what dollar store? I think it was a Dollar Tree or something like that. And we went into there to buy dollar stuff, and we noticed there's a box sitting there, and it was full of sandals, and all the sandals have been like, all the straps have been knifed and cut them. And we asked the lady, we're like, dude, why is all these sandals just sitting here or cut? You know, and she's like, well, we were gonna throw them away because they didn't sell, but we didn't want anybody dumpster diving them, so we destroyed them all. And I'm like, well, heaven forbid somebody can use them. You know, no, let's just throw them away now because they're useless pieces of trash. So I'm like, oh, people are so stupid.
It's all about the money.
Exactly. I was like, well, if we're not going to make money, no one will.
Well,
That dumpster diving thing would be fun though. Maybe in Hollywood or like Beverly Hills.
I don't know. I watched some of the other guys going by like Apple stores and GameStops, and I know some of the dumpsters are like locked in, so you can't even get in them. But like, you can find some cool stuff, man.
That expedition is what we was talking about. It's stuck in the mud. That's when we're gonna go back and hopefully get it out this third time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When are we gonna find planes?
Well, I know there's a plane in Augusta, but it was sunk to dive on purpose.
Yeah, they put there on purpose. They probably get pissed if we took it out.
Oh, they would get so mad.
What are you doing?
Now, did Adventures with Purpose ever get that helicopter up in Kentucky?
Not that I heard of. We all went out there that one time and they couldn't locate it. So there's a lot of speculation that somebody else went out there and dove it and got it out. But I think that was just a rumor.
and Jeremy K. Burnham says, before you go dumpster diving, make sure it's legal in your area.
It's legal to take trash.
Some places have regulations on that about be dumpster diving.
I'm a lawbreaker. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna defy the man.
Breaking the law.
There's places you can't even hitchhike against the law. They have laws for everything.
Oh yeah.
If you want to do it, I'm sure there's a law to keep you from doing it.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm pretty
Except
sure
here in Georgia, there's no
Especially if it's
laws
fun.
technically forbidding it.
I think it's legal in South Carolina, I want to say.
Hell, it actually says,
It's technically legal in all 50 states.
yeah, that's what I've been reading.
Huh.
I thought there was a law stating that if it was in the trash, you could take it, and that was actually beneficial to police officers and investigators, and that's how they solved crimes. So if you make it illegal for the people, then the officers can't do it either, right?
No,
Probably.
they have things like warrants.
I think if they really wanted to make it stink, it wouldn't be dumpster diving, more like trespassing or
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then you'd have to be
Well, the-
actually trespassed versus the cops just running you off.
Some of the biggest gangster busts that have been made off of being able to go through their trash. When you throw it away, you give up your rights to it. And that's what allowed them to dig through their trash and bust them.
I think some places it still belongs to the business or the trash company once it's in the dumpster. And if it's fenced off and stuff, it's one thing. Where if it's on like your parkway ready to get picked up,
Yeah.
it's open game.
Okay.
But then you're talking about behind the store, which is on private property.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what the difference. So there are regulations about. There are some places you can't do that. Then there's other places you don't care. That's why you need to check your local area, because it would probably be a municipal law or ordinance.
Yep.
You know.
I'll run something by you real quick. I want y'all to
Okay.
stick with me on this one. What is stopping somebody from figuring out a way to melt plastic and into a liquid form and then pump it into molds to make like plastic 2x4s or sheets to kind of replace wood?
You mean like
Um, you should do it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know how, but I mean, it couldn't be too damn complicated.
Melting the plastic could be very bad for the atmosphere.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying you or me do it. I mean, like somebody
Well, they-
comes up with a way to recycle plastic and turn it into boards, or the reason I'm saying this is because somebody the other day did one of those crafty panda videos, and he was apparently taking old masks from like COVID and people wearing masks, recycling them, and he turned it into like plastic pellets and then melted them into boards, and then he made park benches out of them. And I was like, well, why the hell can't you do that with all the plastic rolling down the streets?
Because it's cheaper to sell it as trash to overseas companies and let them deal with it.
And it ends up in the ocean.
Yeah, just
The wood companies wouldn't like it very much either.
just seems like such a waste. There's such an easy way to, like, for
Yeah.
instance, hydrogen powered cars. All it is water, but for some reason, it's not. There's no cars running around on hydrogen.
Wonder why.
It's all
Yeah.
lobbyists and all their bullshit stuff.
FK, HDPE is easy to do. What do you think Trex decking is?
I don't know.
Right. Plastic.
Yeah, my deck is a synthetic. It's not wood. It looks like wood, but it is not wood.
Right.
Right.
And they use acetone to melt the plastic anyways, and to it's been done, Jeremy. Sorry. It's
Well, I'm
being
not
done.
saying I was gonna jump on that patent.
No, well, it's already being done.
Well, I'm still seeing plastic in my rivers.
Yeah, that's right, River Rat. Just need to do it here, not overseas.
Yeah, I agree. We should do that here, but it's too expensive to do here because we
I didn't know
have.
that. I had no idea what Trex deck is. Look at there. I need to get out more.
Yeah,
It's a vinyl wood look-alike product used in construction.
And it sucks.
Yeah, all that vinyl stuff sucks.
Hmm.
because in the heat, guess what it does? It warps
Yeah, also weird warping in it. Yeah.
and deteriorates.
Yeah, what about tires? How the hell do you recycle tires?
You chop them up and make them. You chop them up and you chop them up into little pieces, and you put them. You spread them out around playgrounds.
That and like places like Arizona will grind them up and put it in their pavement for roads.
If I could find a place that would just take tires free of charge, I'd
Yeah.
start pulling them out of the rivers.
There's
tires. There's a great
villages and cities in Mexico where they make sandals and shoes out of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
Sometimes I'll pull tires out of the rivers and just leave them next to the dumpsters. But I'm sure it's going to find its way back in the river.
Yep.
That's right. The guy at the dumpster is going to throw it right back in the water. He doesn't want to haul it off either.
Pretty much. Be like, oh, I'm not taking that.
Yeah, we know.
Where
Just throw it in the dumpster. He won't. He's not gonna look in the dumpster. Just throw it in the dumpster. He'll deal with it later. It's a recycle area.
I did that once. I don't know. I was just bored. So I made a video pulling out like 2 or 3 tires from the river with my winch.
Yeah.
And I left him there next to the trash can for the park people to come pick up. And I almost guarantee I could go back to that river and they'd probably be laying in the river. So we just roll them right back down the hill.
Yeah, we know where a few giant like tractor tires or something are in the
Oh,
river
yeah.
that we plan on going back eventually.
Oh, that was that sewage treatment place.
Oh yeah.
Like a tractor tire in there. I was like, man, that thing's big. I was gonna make a video pulling that thing out. Just haven't done it yet.
Hey, you know what you do with that? You pull that out, clean it up a little bit, and donate it to a youth football team.
Right.
I don't know if it's yeah. I mean, hell, if it's big enough. They probably be like, I don't want that. It's got snails on it.
If you guys are ever looking for giant tractor tires, we can
They
help
clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, lots of saying those. Hey, Benzo, what's up?
I need to get me one of those big stacking D melting furnaces. You ever seen those? That's another one of those. You ever see the melting channels? Yeah, well, I think it's big D stacking or something like that. He's like got 1 million subs. He's nuts.
Is that the guy that makes all the different ingots of steel and copper? That's all he does. He finds all.
He just melts them down into ingots and coins and tokens.
Right.
I was like,
Actually,
man, that's neat. I want to do that.
I think I saw a video where he was worried about his floor caving in. He had so much metals, nuggets, ingots sitting on this floor in his house. He was getting worried.
Yeah, he's got like a shelf just packed full of solid metals. I'm like, Jesus. But it looks fun. That's what I think watching, because it's almost like ASMR videos watching those things.
Right.
But I was like, that's what kind of got me into the tokens. I was like, man, that looks fun. But the furnace I got only gets hot enough for aluminum. It won't even melt copper or brass. It's just like an old kiln, I guess.
In that video, you pulled out all those tokens. Those. What did those wind up to be? What kind of tokens?
Oh, the amusement tokens.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the word is, where are we at? Little
Oh, those are nice aged tokens too. Those are no modern tokens.
Yeah, Nugget Noggin said the early 1900s amusement park tokens.
Oh yeah.
They would, I mean, that's what they say on them. They're like loaned for amusement only.
You could send me one. I won't mind.
This token has no cash value, blah, blah, blah.
I love tokens.
Does it say the name of the where they're for, who they were for? Did it say the name of the company?
No, they just say for amusement only.
Oh,
And,
okay.
in the same area, we found ones that say like they'll have like 5 cents market value and stuff on them. And so like there's like market tokens. I mean, I don't know how they traded back in the day, I guess, but it was some form of currency for those. These, maybe they're just old slot machines or some kind of weird video games or something they had back then.
Some kind of game might be a token for a game.
No, those aren't Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
No, they're older now. Old Nugget Noggin, he went out. If you follow him, he recently went out somewhere, and I mean, he came out with buckets of those.
He was kind of rude to me in the message when I asked him to be a guest, and I had a whole thing out like boy, I've had people with million subscribers on. Aqua Jigger, this was like 2 years ago. Aqua Jigger and others, that's cool. But I backspaced it all. I didn't want to be mean or anything, 'cause you never know. Next time I ask him, he might say, "Yeah, I've heard about you. You've had Exploring with the Nug and Adam on, and
Don't say me because I don't think he likes me because of my my name. Like for the longest time, I'd always be like every time I see him, I will troll his. I mean, I will just because like I want us to be biffles like so bad because like when I met him, he's a super nice guy and he's a dork, and I'm like, man, we could be best friends. I could feel it. I was like, I just gotta get you, break that shell. So every time I see him, I'm working on him. But
Yeah.
actually, he tried to help us get that expedition out.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
pretty-
saw you've collaborated with them.
Yeah, it's few and far between. Like I think that was the first time in a year. Nugget who?
Nugget Noggin.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's kind of hard to get a hold of though.
Oh, I messaged him on Facebook, then I called his metal detecting store.
The store?
Yeah.
I did buy a coil off of him, but I don't know. I got it.
Maybe he found out I bought my stuff from the relic recoverist, Jocelyn. And I don't know.
Not Nugget,
Nothing personal, Nugget. Michael.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Once you
Yeah.
break through that shell, he's a big old metal detecting dork. Likes finding treasure.
Yeah. I tell you, someone I would love to go diving with is Aqua Chigger. He's the one that got me started diving on my channel.
That's
Like
cool.
he's the first one I saw, and I talked to him a few years ago, and I got his like number and all that, and I was supposed to meet up with him, but it just never happened. And I don't think he dives that much anymore. He kind of just does his own thing.
He does a bit of snorkeling still. I know he did some diving not too long ago. I'd love to go caving with Aqua Jigger.
Lunkin?
Yep, I'd love to do some caving with him. From what I hear, he's a really good, down to earth guy. Super busy, but he was a great guest on our show too. That was a long time ago, huh, Jesse? That was pre-Vixen days.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't watch
Vixen
his videos, especially his water videos. He moves the camera too fast for me. Makes me sick. In fact, Adam, I had the same complaint with you. I tried to watch one of your videos earlier today, but I couldn't watch it because your camera
Motion
movement.
sickness.
Yeah, motion sickness.
Yeah, I try to do a better job. I mean, the older videos are really bad. I try to do a little bit better, but I mean, sometimes it's just you can't help it with the diving.
Right. Oh no, I get it, but I can't watch them. Mostly though, it's painting. When you're painting around, the fast movement is
Not
what gets me.
underwater. You were fine.
No,
with it.
it's fine underwater, but it's above
Yeah.
water.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
There you go. There's your criticism. Hold
Hey,
the camera still.
I love criticism. I love constructive criticism. I love talking to other people. Like some people get upset about it, but all I care about is trying to make my videos better and better, the next one. So
I think we all do that, Adam. We want to do better and better. And I don't care who you are unless you were an editor and a camera guy and in the acting business. Don't take this personal, Pioneer Polly. But he could be very well lurking in our room like Two Toes, but um,
Go ahead.
everybody's first video sucks. First
Mine-
few,
mine was
first
gold.
dozen. Of course, yours, Jeremy, because
Excellent.
Mine was so cool. I held my phone the wrong way. I didn't know any better. I was just like, whatever.
My thing is, and the kind of a saying I kind of live by is like, I kind of never love my videos. I usually hate my videos, but as once I edit it to a point where I hate it just a little bit less, I know it's probably good because I'm such a perfectionist. Like, because I edit all day for work for my job, and then I come home and like hang out with my girlfriend for a couple hours, and when she goes to sleep, I edit, to like 2 a.m. every night. But it's just once you hate it a little bit less, then you know it's good. That's kind of the way I think.
So I'm gonna give you a thumbs down, Ed.
oh well. I need one more thumbs down to equivalent a thumbs up. So
Somebody give you a
It's probably because I'm on here. It's probably Nugget Noggin.
eh, es la vida, es la vida.
Speaking French?
No.
French would be c'est la vie.
Oh. I got this dyslexia. It's messed up.
So I want to know how to do some gold dredging and finding some gold nuggets. I don't know anything about gold.
Well, there's gold in the South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Alabama.
Ain't no gold here.
You sound like the guys in Utah, but we know better. And it's cool. I think you'd like it, Adam. Dredging would be cool. You'd like that too because you can be underwater in it, but wear a wetsuit. Don't wear your dry suit. And definitely protect your knees. So, but you should try it. You should try it. I think
I'm
you'd like
down.
it. Pardon
these-
me?
There's these really cool guys, Adam, called Flash in Your Pan, who you could probably meet up with and learn a thing or two from.
Yeah, I was kind of hinting at that. I mean, Ed just hasn't invited me yet, so I mean,
Hey, here you go, Adam and Jeremy. Kat, you still around? You and your better half, if you're married, Adam. You and Kat, come up, Flash Bash, be our guests, and learn how gold prospect.
Just give us a little warning and we can meet up with you somewhere in
yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
June's a long time. We're gonna have to have like a pre-bash. Pre-flash bash.
Pre-flash
A
bash.
January bash.
January.
Yeah.
In
Let's get crazy
Ohio?
with it.
Yeah, it's really cold.
That's a good video, man. Who gets hypothermia first?
we can come down to South Carolina. Apparently, legend has it on my girlfriend's like families. I think they own like a creek or a river, and apparently there's like an old gold mine or something up there.
Oh, now does that sound like an invite, Ed?
That sounds like an invite. Can you get written permission?
I can try.
Legally, it's like hunting. You need to have written permission to be. A lot of streams are actually, the ground underneath them are owned by the property owner. So
There you go, Jeremy. Jeff Smith's goal said, "Come out to California, he'll show you."
Oh, man, I'm not wanted in California. I think I have a warrant there.
Just stay up in the mountains with Jeff and you.
where Jeff and Two Toes live, they could get you on some gold.
I want to find a
definitely.
big old like fist-sized nugget.
Everybody does.
We all do, Nug. We all do.
That's what I'm
No.
saying. Like,
Hell, that's-
you know what? It don't even have to be that big. I'm not selfish. Just like a marble. It'd be neat. Something I can like pull out of my pocket and be like, look at what I got. Then
Like
people
that?
go like, dang. Look at them pickers.
Man.
Man.
That was found with Smith's Gold.
Yeah, I
What,
found
you just eyeball those or what they come out of?
Melly technique.
Oh, he had to
Oh.
work for him. He
worked
dug
for
a
him.
nice hole for him.
Man.
Hi, Smith's Gold. Jesse worked for those.
So if those are laying around with a metal detector, was there like a vein close by or how's that work?
Don't know.
They're
Huh.
pretty worn, so they traveled a bit.
Traveled quite a bit. Actually, it was brought down the river to a location where we were working, and there was a bunch of that was brought down there. So we all did pretty well. We all found nuggets.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
you kept them though? Like, is it an investment to keep them, or do you sell them like market value, or how's that work?
At some point, I'll probably sell them to get me something I want.
Hmm.
You know,
That's what I'm saying, if I ever found an ounce of anything, I'd be like, I'm selling quick.
I'll add those to that.
Man, look at you, got gold everywhere.
Some people display them and brag them up, and some people sell them or auction them off, and some people keep them for a while and show them off and then sell them. And I know guys that have every bit of gold they ever found, and they'll tell you where they found it. And
That's weird.
I know out of 6 of us, we pulled out 1.25 ounces of gold that day.
Nuggets.
All
Nuggets.
nuggets.
So what is the dollar amount for that?
1 ounce?
Well, it depends. Well, today, let's see what today
Like
brings up.
15 or something like that, or more than that now.
Today's value. Got it, Jeff?
Let me see. I can.
You guys are all out the Google there.
1.5. Oh, 1.
1761 ounce. Ooh, down.
Damn, it's gone way up.
It's gone down 51 cents.
What would that be?
Well, I mean, I'm
in-
thinking like since I watched Gold
what
Rush
would
on
that?
Discovery.
What would that be in grams? 32. Let's just say 32.
Oh, we got Adventures with Purpose on the live stream.
What?
What's up, Jared?
Who's that?
You missed it all.
Hey,
You missed
Jared.
so much, Jared. You missed so much. We've been talking about you, and
We've
Man.
talked about all kinds of stuff. That's like $1,600, 57. Yeah, almost $1,700 that we pulled out of the river that day. But
It was
that's
over.
between mine
that's a good-
alone was
that's a
like
good boat motor right there.
6.4. 6.4 grams that day. I
how
forget.
many ounces of gold do you think of them teeth?
Oh,
Probably,
that'd be grams.
I would say a couple grams, 2, maybe 3 grams. Maybe.
Maybe.
I need a buyer. Who buys teeth? That's what I need. Because I need the motor. Hell with the teeth. I'm not a collector.
Yeah, I need a motor. We need to ask Jared about the motors, the Tohatsus.
Yeah, he's all about the Tohatsu.
But
What the hell is that? Oh, it's my phone. Crazy. Tohatsu, $1,400. That's the goal.
yeah, I bought a used Mercury. Was it 4.5 horsepower on Facebook Marketplace, and it's I don't know if I got scammed. It seems like it works, but
It works.
that's-
It's just finicky.
it's just one of those things you don't want to have to think about when you're out on the water. You want to be
That's what I
able
keep
to
telling Candace.
rely on your equipment, especially something that like can get you back up river when you need to.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why when I first get in the river, I go upstream until I know the boat motor is like gonna run.
Yeah, well, see, I couldn't go upstream where I just went out and I got stuck. I didn't have lights. I wasn't expecting to stay that late, but
I just don't think you applied yourself.
but also the river was like literally 3 feet, 2 and 3 feet. So I got caught in sand and it got really dark and I was like walking back. Luckily I could walk on it.
You had a
but,
big audience though. They was all worried about you.
yeah, that was really funny. Like people were I had no lights. And so for like the last hour, I was live streaming the whole time. People stayed on the live stream, even though it was pitch black. So I'm like, I don't know if we can hint at what me and Jeremy are trying to get started. Should we say?
I don't care.
Well,
Do it.
we're thinking about maybe doing like a podcast situation. So because if people watch with the black screen and just listen, they'll probably listen to us just talk about life, treasure, all types of stuff. I don't know.
Well, we have people that don't watch us, but they do listen to us.
And I reformat it to an MP3 and upload it as a podcast. And there's places you can do that for free too, Adam, and eventually even get monetized.
I
Yeah,
love going to bed to the sound of Toledo Jess's voice.
Well, we are into overtime, so
Yeah, we are, aren't we? Holy cow. What the
time
heck's
put this
going on?
flies
on
when
repeat.
you're having fun.
I'm about ready for bed. I gotta get up at 5, 6. Hell, I don't know.
I get up at like 5 in the morning.
You're such a hard charger.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
I get up about 8.
9,
8.
10,
Aren't you retired?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm living the high life with Rugrats, so they're keeping me awake.
Yeah.
Good for you.
They'll do that.
Then I gotta make videos too.
Yeah, I got to start editing now after we end this. I'm gonna stay up till like 2 a.m. and then wake up at 7 for my normal job.
Man, you gotta get your schedule down better. Cause like I edited my, I don't know, man. I got a couple hours. Well, I don't know. How long you take to edit a video?
Listen, I'm a perfectionist. All right, it takes me, I don't know, if I really sit down and I'm focused, it'll still probably take me about 5 hours to edit.
Oh,
I mean, and that's honestly fast. That's fast. It usually takes me probably 10 hours per video that I edit.
I mean, like 2-3 hours tops.
Angela does the editing for our videos, and I'd say she probably spends about the same amount of time, Adam.
I mean, I have like kind of a template for the intro and the outro. I just kind of switch out the drone stuff to make it easier, but I don't know. But the thing is, the thing is, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do a lot of work. Like people literally record everything on their phones and minimal editing, and they can their channels
personal,
can go up.
personal. What do you call it? It's just personal achievement. You know,
Yeah.
like you can watch videos on like million sub channels, and they don't even talk. You know, they're just like, all right, but I want my videos to look halfway entertaining. You know, so I think it's half fun. I'm getting tired of the same music though. I might change it up again.
Are you gonna start doing lives again more often, Jeremy?
Yeah,
I wonder
Jeremy.
if everybody else wouldn't go live.
Jeremy, you gonna try doing lives? I've been telling you to do lives for like a year now. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll go live again. Like, because I
Smith's
want to go live.
Golden,
Like,
I've
we pull cars
missed
out
your
and stuff.
lives.
Huh? Oh, those live, man. Those are. I don't know what. It was fun, but I might again. I don't know. To be honest with you, usually a cool little talk show. That's fun.
And
You
I
Candace.
liked it as finally when Candace got away from being behind the camera talking to seeing her too.
Well, these recent ones, she's got a good idea. Like me and Adam, we're gonna try to get our timing right, and he'll do sonar in like somewhere where he lives, and I'll do sonar somewhere here at the same time. And Candace will control the live stream. So, but like she'll have like, you know, it'll be like we're out in the field and she's in the station running the thing. So it's pretty cool setup she's got, but we haven't used it that much yet. But we're saving it for like Cool stuff.
What program for what? Smith's Gold editing.
I use DaVinci Resolve for editing.
Okay, that's a good one, but with a bit of a learning curve, and apps free.
The good thing
Free. I haven't paid for one yet. I'll probably go to Premiere whenever I want to, really
Yeah.
step it up.
Well, that's a good stepping stone from DaVinci's Resolve to Premiere. What about you, Adam?
Yeah, I'm an Adobe man all the way. Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects. After Effects is my favorite editing program because I actually love like animating, doing animations and stuff. I've been trying to incorporate a little bit more like animations in my videos.
Oh my God.
I don't know if but yeah, Adobe all the way.
Totally listening.
But it's funny because like I mean they're more affordable now. The software you can get like the Adobe Suite Cloud and pay monthly, and it's pretty affordable. But like back in the day, I mean I had to maybe illegally download some software. But I wouldn't have. But I wouldn't have learned anything because it was just too expensive. I couldn't afford it. But through YouTube tutorials and then illegally downloading.
That's what I use Adobe.
I used iMovie for the longest.
What's really cool is doing live stuff. You don't have to worry about editing.
Yeah,
It eliminates all editing.
because everything I have needs to be editing has been in editing for about a year and a half. So now I'm to the point where it's like it's so old.
And how long you been doing this show?
We're on our 4th year.
Jesus.
That's how long it's been sitting in editing.
No, not all of it. Okay, I'm guilty of a lot of it, but not all of it.
But we are into overtime, Ed.
That we are, and I know a few of us has to wake up early.
Before we go, Ed, Rose, happy anniversary.
Yes.
Thank you so much. 1 year, we made it past the hardest, right?
Many more.
You're married?
I thought the hump was like 7 years.
Oh, so okay, all right. So it's 1 year. We're 1 year married and 10 years together. So I think we've made it past all the hump.
Yeah, well, no, you made the 1 year. It was over.
Yep.
So,
We'll talk about it again in 7 years, guys.
yeah.
Thanks, Jess. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I remember one time I was married for a year.
I just got a notification somebody happy anniversary to you again. So
Yes, no doubt, Mrs. Briggs. You still love it when we address you like that?
I don't think I'm gonna get sick of it, guys. I waited 10 years to be Mrs. Briggs, so.
Okay. Adam, I greatly appreciate you joining us tonight. Jeremy, always good to have you, our friend. Cat Lady, thank you very much. Cat Toy Lady.
She's passed out.
That's okay. Maybe she'll catch some she missed. But I had it was a privilege finally meeting you two in Nashville. And I definitely hope our trails cross again, or I should say the three of you, but Cat Toy Lady's no longer in with us. Damn it, Candace.
You're snoring.
We should work on getting together sometime and show you another finger of the treasure hunt in hand, gold prospecting. And be very safe out in Texas, up in Kentucky, and with our friends over at Adventures with Purpose, our good friend Jared. And I know one day again I'll run into him. But appreciate you joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Rose, pardon me?
Thanks for having us, and it was an honor to be on your podcast, your live show.
Well,
Oh, all right. Pleasure.
yeah, definitely our pleasure. Honored to have both of you on. Rose, always the honor to have you with us every week. Same with you, Toledo Jess, my amigo. And all of you out there. You're the reason why we do what we do. I just love being with you all on Tuesday night, my favorite night of the week. Until next week, when we have diamond mining, the return of Diamond Miner Ivans.
Oh, yeah.
That should be an interesting show. Another great Tuesday night. Until then, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's gonna say next.
That's right, because it's happened to 3 of you in here. Oh, it did happen to Jesse too. I met him on a river too. Maybe one day too, we'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you all.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Night, everyone.
Make sure to pick up some of their swag. They're both great guys. I've had the privilege. Lee Rose has had the privilege of meeting them.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night, Thomas. Mr. Lodak did another great job. LBPA for life.
Me too, Moto.
The
Like
question.
1980s John Claude Van Damme.
Are you gonna keep growing your hair out, Doug?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Donji.
If you're asking what that means, if you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
If you don't know, you wish you did.
Right. Good night, everybody. Night, Thomas. Smith's Gold. See y'all later.
Heavy metal detective. Good night. Rockton. Good night.
Oh, didn't you?
See you later.
Get hold of me, Brockton. I already had my mute on.
Good night. River Rat.